Joe, I think I dropped the ball on not knowing that it was Black History Month when we did last week's show.
Oh man, I guess I did too.
I didn't. I guess I didn't really realize how quickly January kind of just fell. Like just kind of blew by already.
Yeah, it was here and gone.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess I could owe it a lot to the work schedule I had. Just the continuation of working 20-something days out of 24 and stuff like that, where it just kind of like just time just kind of blew right past and shit. But shame on me for not realizing or give the recognition to the month that it deserves. So I want to talk a little bit about Black History Month on this episode. Just gonna talk a little bit about it. Maybe recap some of the what's the word I'm looking for?
I'm not sure.
There's an exact word I'm looking for. I don't fucking know. Because I don't want to say the important people that make this month relevant, because I mean all of them make this month relevant.
Right.
Figureheads, would that be something that's logical to say?
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. I think that's what I was going for. I know I was going for something head, and I just kept getting stuck on the word head because I've been lonely for so long.
I hear that.
Right. So the figureheads. We can talk a little bit about the figureheads of Black history that really made an impact in the world that we live in today. We're gonna play a couple of quizzes as we were discussing, because we haven't done that in a while, and I found two of them. I think one is actually kind of a trivial game based on 2021, and then the other one is more of a personality test to see to tell us if we're good daters. And obviously with Valentine's Day coming up, it's something to definitely kind of kind of get in the spirit of. So
yeah. I feel like there's only one, being that we're in and around Chicago, there's really only one question regarding Valentine's Day and dating that matters. Mm-hmm. And that is, are you planning to take your date to White Castle? And if not, you're a terrible date.
Yeah, that's true. I've always forgotten.
It's the thing
to do. I've always forgotten that White Castle kind of goes all out on their Valentine's Day.
You got to make reservations and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was Christmas or if it was Valentine's Day, or they may have left the decorations up through the whole thing. But I remember going into a White Castle, and there was like a house that they built out of White Castle boxes that were there. I can't remember if that was a Christmas thing or if that was a Valentine's thing, but yeah, I totally blanked on it. I mean, like the last couple of years. I mean, obviously, it's been quite a few years since I had a Valentine's Day date, so to sit there and make plans for me is irrelevant. But especially over the last couple of years, like we don't know who's doing what during a pandemic, because obviously we're still in it. It hasn't gone away yet. Mm-hmm. Still optimistic, still hopeful that eventually we're going to come to a point where we're going to get as close to normal as possible. I don't think it'll ever be the same.
No, it'll be a new normal going forward.
Yeah,
which is fine. Yeah,
it
sucks, but it's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Life hasn't. There's so many ways in which life really hasn't changed in 3 years.
That's true. I still stay inside as often as I normally did. So I mean, for me, it's like, other than the thing, and I'll be honest, I'm one of those guys that, living in a small town, the idea of masks and stuff have kind of gone at the wayside down here. Yeah. There's still people who wear them. If I go to the grocery store, I'll still wear it. If I run into a gas station, I won't. If I'm just running in, grabbing smoke, something like that. If I'm the only one in there, then, whatever. If there's other people in there, I'll be cautious. I'll take one with me and then pull the whole ignorance thing. Like, oh, crap, I totally forgot. That's right, it's in my pocket. But if I'm the only one in there and they got that plated glass and stuff, I just walk in like, hey, can I get 2 packs of Southern Cuts? That's it, and walk out. But more populated, I will wear a mask. Work does have a requirement for mask if you're within 6 feet of people. I try to stay away from people as much as possible. Mm-hmm. It's really a win for me.
Yeah, right.
But I think normal is going to hit eventually. We just gotta get to that point.
Yep.
But we're gonna talk about all that. It's gonna be a fun-filled show, as it always is here. Before I do, I just want to mention that this episode of This Freakin' Show is brought to you by CarterComics.com. That's right, guys. You heard me mention it before, and I'm here to mention it again. It's the best place for you to go to continue on or to start up a comic book collection. Whether you're a graded comic collector or a raw comic collector, Carter Comics has everything you need to boost a great comic collection. All you gotta do is go to CarterComics.com and sign up for the Carter Comic Club. It has yet officially been named the Carter Comic Club, but I figure if I say it enough, it will just become the Carter Comic Club. Who knows? Maybe T-shirts will be made. We don't know. Maybe it will become the This Freakin' Comic Club. Who knows? Whatever. Optimism. But Carter Comics has an assortment of comics that are available right there on their website, but they also have 4 different accounts on eBay that you could go and do some bidding on. Just go to CarterComics.com, scroll to the bottom of the whole page. You'll see 4 different links of 4 different eBay accounts. Click on it, search it, find the one you love, and start your bidding. Everything from 9.8s, 9.9s, 9.7s, all the way down to the raw comics that you can just sit down and read if you're looking for something to, get some looking at, if you will, to thumb through. They have a lot of comics available for you. If you can't find one you're looking for, reach out to them, message them on their Facebook page at CarterComics.com, and ask them, hey, I'm looking for this certain comic book. Do you happen to have it? Let them check their inventory. If they do, maybe they'll make a deal with you. Plus, if you go to CarterComics.com, fill up your cart with all their amazing comics, use the promo code FREAKNET, that's FREAKNET, you'll save yourself 10% on your entire order of comics. That's right, guys. CarterComics.com. It's the next best place to get your comics today.
Nice.
Well, thanks, Ben.
That was really good. I really like that one. This Freakin' Show is also brought to you by Audible.com. If you're looking for your next great read, but you want it read to you, head over to audibletrial.com/freaknet. Get yourself a free 30-day trial and a credit towards your first audiobook purchase. Really great way to read. You can be read to by a professional and have a great time doing it because you could do whatever you want because you don't have to have your hands and your eyes occupied. So maybe you're out shoveling on a snowy winter day or mowing the lawn if you listen to this in July. You could be reading while you do those things. It's great opportunity. Head over to audibletrial.com/freaknet. Get yourself that free trial and a free credit towards your first audiobook purchase. Go right now.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
You can do it. Read your freaking ears off.
Okay.
There's Rob Schneider in my head and that fishing hat.
It was, I'm trying to remember, Adam Sandler did that character. I think it was in The Animal.
I think you're right.
I think so. God. I don't know what people's problem is with Adam Sandler. I think he's delightful.
I don't know either. I think for a while there, it was the fact that he was just making movies that were not super great, and he's so talented.
That's true. I still get to watch Uncut Gems, and I hear that's a good one.
I heard it's one of the greatest movies of all time.
I think he's actually coming out with another one that kind of gives him a serious role, too.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it is.
I will say, apparently there are people who really love Punch Drunk Love. That was, one of his first serious movies. I hated that movie. I thought it was terrible. But I remember my dad rented it for us because he was like, they're kids. This is Adam Sandler. This should be fine. Terrible.
Not a fan of Punch Drunk Love. Spanglish.
No. Spanglish. That was
Funny People. Not a big fan. Yeah. Not a fan of
I don't remember Funny. Was Funny People the one with his twin or something?
That's Jack and Jill. Funny People was the one where he was a struggling comic. Seth Rogen was in it.
I don't remember that one.
There's that one woman in it. And I don't know if this is my horrible, filthy fucking mind or not, but there's only one scene I do remember, specifically from the movie, and it's Adam Sandler and that girl, Leslie Mann.
Do you remember her? I don't know who that is.
You remember the Brendan Fraser, George of the Jungle? Yeah. Yeah, I remember a scene where he was finger banging her in I think a pool house or some shit. Like they used to be married or some shit. I think she's remarried. But yeah, he was like just fucking going to town on her, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking weird. What the hell, Adam? What the hell, Adam Sandler?
Right. Well, that's what I feel like. Sorry, I started reading something and it threw my train of thought off. Spanglish. I actually really enjoyed Spanglish, but I watched it with a girl that I was like crazy crushing on.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like with my family. Like we had just moved into the place in Lafayette, and she was over like helping us move or whatever, and that was the movie that my mom decided to throw on. And the scene where the gal has premature ejaculation.
Yeah.
I was so uncomfortable and like no, we can't watch this. That's all I really remember about that movie.
Oh God.
Which, yeah, like, frankly, what a problem to have. What a fucking man.
Third world problems right there, man.
Yeah,
third world
seriously.
fucking problems. Holy shit. Yeah, I know. I wish I could enjoy it more. I just couldn't. Like I said, I mean, like the old classic ones, like fucking Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore,
yeah,
Little
Big
Nicky,
Daddy, even
Big Daddy, yeah. And then like I do like his oh God, what the hell's that girl's fucking name? She's in like 3 of his fucking movies.
I don't know. You're not talking about Drew Barrymore.
Yes, I'm 100% talking about Drew Barrymore. I'm 100% talking about Drew Barrymore. Yeah, like I like all 3 of the movies he was in with her. Also, noticing, no matter what movie he does, if he's married, he has a romantic interest, a girlfriend, whatever, always really, really attractive.
Yeah.
Like beyond ridiculously attractive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think he does that shit on purpose.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? I'm sorry. Jennifer Aniston is your assistant who falls in love with you?
Right.
Come on now.
Well, I feel like the other thing that he does, and I actually admire this. I think it's if you get the chance to do it, you should. And that is, he reached a point of stardom worldwide where, like, he's not the biggest guy in America anymore, but he's still one of the biggest comics in China. And so he'll do a movie for like a Chinese audience, make $1 million, and like he just got to have a trip to China or whatever. Like he just does whatever is fun. He doesn't care about whether or not you like it anymore, which I respect.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that shows in the fact that when he walks around in public and stuff, he's just wearing like sweatpants and basketball shorts.
Yeah, I saw him. He looked like a homeless guy eating a jar of pickles.
Right? He reminds me of a college kid who's running late to class.
Yes.
And just threw on whatever he could fucking find on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Joe,
really.
Right, that's true. Hey, let's talk about stuff we can bring freaking back. Since we're talking about past stuff. Yeah, do you have one?
I know, I've totally forgot to think of one.
Well, it is your turn to go first, Joe.
I know it is.
That's fine. How about this? How about I talk about ball wash a little bit, and you think of one?
Perfect.
Excellent. If it feels like I'm about to end the advertisement, and you still need more time. Give me a quick Colin notification, like a quick, and I'll just keep fucking jabbering.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think I got it.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Guys, make sure you check out ballwash.com for all your hygiene needs. Everything from shampoos, conditioners, to body scrubs. They both got it in bar and liquid form. I personally enjoy the bar myself. I've always been a bar of soap kind of guy. I think I can really control it a lot more than a loofah with soap. But you know what? Once in a while, you got to get that back to hard to reach places. So I got the loofah stick. I'm 32 years old. I'm getting up there in age. I need a stick to help me fucking scrub-a-dub-dub. So, they give you the best of both worlds and stuff like that. And beyond even shampoos, conditioners, and soaps and stuff like that, they got also all these all these amazing products, probably made in America. Maybe. I don't know. Probably got to look into that before I say it. But, well, fuck it. American-made products, as such as a Manscaped trimmer called I don't know what it's called, ball scraper. I don't know. It's not, it should be. Personal lubricants for those lonely days. Like I mentioned, Valentine's Day is here, and I know I'm not the only one who's alone this evening. So you pick up yourself some personal lubricants. You can also grab some of their amazing ball boxers or other amazing merchandise, travel cases, and stuff like that that are available on Ball Wash's website. Go to ballwash.com, fill up your cart with all their amazing products. Use the promo code FREAKNET, that's FREAKNET at checkout. You'll save yourself 15% on your entire order. That's right, ballwash.com. When it comes to your snack, they got your back because nothing will get your wiener cleaner.
Nice.
All right, Joe, you got one?
I do. So, taking inspiration from yours last time, shows that were canceled too soon.
Excellent.
There was a show that came on. It started in 2012. I was, I believe, a senior. No, I would have been a junior in college at the time. Called Revolution. It was on NBC. It was about a post-apocalyptic future where electronics failed worldwide. And so it dealt with this group of Americans who were trying to survive and thrive despite the complete downfall of society with no electricity. Okay. It was a fantastic show. I really enjoyed it, and they canceled it after like 2 seasons. And every once in a while I think, God, I wish this show was still on. And so that's where I'm at today. I'm like, I don't even remember exactly where it left off, but I remember it was wonderful, and I want it back. I miss it.
Gotcha. Is there anyone I may know who was in it that's in anything recent?
Gosh, I don't even know. I think that was part of its lack of success was the total lack of A-list actors.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Do you know Billy Burke?
I know the name. If you tell me something he's in, I'll probably ring a bell.
I'm trying to remember what he's got. One of those faces that's really challenging for me.
Like has like a nose and some eyes.
Yeah. I don't recognize anything on here that he would be in.
Oh, I know that guy. He's I know exactly who he is. I'm gonna look through his fucking filmography because I definitely remember seeing him in something. I think he was in was he in like a Nicolas Cage movie or some shit?
Maybe.
Oh, he was Charlie Swan in fucking Twilight.
Oh my God, he was. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
That's okay. Now I was like this. There he is. Fuck yeah. Okay.
Giancarlo Esposito, who was in he was in Breaking Bad, and he plays a really good villain.
Okay, so this is more or less now. When did you say Revolution happened?
It was 2012 to 2014.
So 2012 to 2014. Twilight was before that. So he might be considered A-list star.
Oh, you're right.
Maybe could be B. Could be B.
I feel like Twilight was the first thing I saw him in that wasn't a sci-fi original movie.
I can see that.
And that's like if you've seen a lot of C-list movies on sci-fi, he's in a lot of them. But like I don't know the names of any of them because they're all the same. You know, You know how sci-fi is.
Oh yeah.
So, what about you? What are you bringing back?
Jeez. Well, I want to go back to food again because I was actually quite hungry earlier today before I was eating, and I had this weird craving for apple.
Ooh.
Like I don't know if it was like a toaster strudel or apple pie, apple jacks. I just wanted fucking apple, and I got nothing in this house that's fucking apple. So I did settle on blueberry pancake or blueberry waffles. It's like, okay, this is fine. I'm good with this.
That's close.
Yeah. But you know what? No matter how much I was eating these blueberry waffles, I kept thinking, like, I want something fucking apple. I don't know exactly what I want. And then it clicked in my head. And it bothers me because it's something that's no longer available, and I wish it fucking was. And that is the apple empanada from Taco Bell.
Yes! Oh, man. I wasn't in the exact right track, but I was following with you.
Right? I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, man, just remembering it, because it wasn't even just, it was like a fried pocket of apple goodness, but there was like a caramel in there, too, and a cinnamon taste to it. I mean, they did it absolutely right. You know, and don't get me wrong, like those little Cinnabon balls that they fucking got, they are pretty good, too.
They're wonderful.
But nothing compares to the fact that I haven't eaten an apple pie from McDonald's since the empanada went away because I know it will not live up
No.
to the expectations I have of the apple empanada.
And I don't know the last time you had an apple pie from McDonald's, but they stopped deep frying them. They only bake them now. And so they're not even like as good as they used to be from McDonald's.
Now, see, that's saying much because McDonald's wasn't even good to begin with.
Yeah, they would be one of my favorite things. I can my order at McDonald's is one of the only things that used to never change.
Mm-hmm.
I would get the exact same thing every time. It was 2 cheeseburgers, 2 apple pies, a small fry, and a small soda. You could get that for $5 with their dollar menu.
Yeah, no, I don't know if you have the McDonald's app. I think it's only for the more insane people of the world.
Yeah, I used to have it.
Yeah, well, they got these things called mashup sandwiches now on the app.
Oh, that might make me download the app.
Yeah, no, they're dumb. Don't worry.
I'm sure they're terrible.
They're quite dumb. But the one thing is McDonald's has come out with different fucking pies that are good. Yeah. Like the pumpkin pie at Halloween, I do enjoy. They have a custard one. I think right now they got like a blueberry cream one.
Oh man.
Menu hacks. So they got something. It's called Surf Plus Turf, which is basically
I saw a picture of that.
Yep, it's a fish fillet and a cheeseburger. They got the crunchy double, which is chicken nuggets and a McDouble. The land, air, and sea. It's a McChicken, a fish fillet, and a Big Mac. And then they got the spicy, which is the spicy McChicken. And there's other options, but I mean, like McDonald's has always changed up their menu so much, and they always seem to take away the stuff I enjoy. Like, before, when they had the premium crispy chicken before they went with the Southern style fucking crispy chicken.
Right.
They used to have like a regular, like an actual premium chicken breast chicken, sandwich. And at that time, and I was working there, it was like maybe 2006, 2007. They had a spicy chicken breast as well. And it was their premium chicken breast. It was their premium breading. And it was a spicy, dry rub that they put on there too. And it was phenomenal. It was absolutely amazing. I think you still get it in the South, but they don't have it here. I guess McDonald's, I don't know what happened, but I guess whoever was doing the ordering for our McDonald's locations accidentally ordered it. So they threw it on the menu for some time. But I'll tell you what, it was McDonald's that made me realize that if I was ever to get a buffalo chicken sandwich anywhere, I'm only going to get it with lettuce, tomato, American cheese, and ranch. That's it. Right. Yeah.
Nice.
It's a game-changing fucking sandwich. Because that's all you need. You don't need mayo and bacon and all. No, it's like just the basics. But even like Big and Tasty. I remember one time when Papa Sneddon came over and was working with me and Carl on the kitchen floor. And I went and they asked me to run to McDonald's and grab food and everything. And Papa Sneddon was the one who was like, "Oh, give me a Big and Tasty." And I'm like, "What the fuck is a Big and Tasty?" Well, it turns out it's just it's their sandwich that's lettuce, mayo, onion, lettuce, tomato, pickle, quarter pounder bun. And I was like, okay, yeah, fuck yeah. And for some reason, they got rid of that. They brought back like a quarter pounder deluxe, but it's not the same. I think they use shredded lettuce instead of leaf lettuce because they don't have leaf lettuce anymore.
Oh, so, yeah.
Yeah, so it's McDonald's is, it's definitely known for just taking away the good things. But overall, apple empanadas from Taco Bell, it's something that I've been wanting back for years. I don't think it ever will come back. I think it's bullshit because every fast food place should have a dessert, and I think Taco Bell should be the apple empanada.
I agree. And my thing too about the Taco Bell one, not that you wrapped it up really well, and we should move on. Mm-hmm. But the Cinnabon balls to me are not dessert; they're just delicious.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah,
so I'm with it.
Yeah, I think that's more like an appetizer.
Yeah, I like them with the when you go in for breakfast at Taco Bell, they just give you 2 of them. It's like a perfect sweet breakfast snack.
Nice.
Yeah. That's what their combo menu is.
Never had Taco Bell breakfast. Never had Taco Bell.
Oh man, it's my favorite fast food breakfast. that you can like drive through.
Gotcha. Well, I'll have to give it a shot one day. See how it goes. I wouldn't mind eating a taco waffle. Or a waffle taco.
Oh, they got rid of that.
Well, then, fuck this world, Joe.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, guess I'll have to make taco
really
waffles at home.
Crunch wrap.
Do that. I'll have to keep it in mind. Another thing that I do miss, and this will be the end of my statements here, the steak McSkillet burrito from McDonald's.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Yep, it had steak, it had potatoes and stuff like that. They had some kind of like Mexican, what the hell is it called? The picante sauce, but it was like a little bit different. Cheese. Oh, it was so fucking good. Absolutely loved it. They got rid of it too. Hey, Joe, I'm going to give you a choice. We're going to play two different things today. We're going to play trivia. We're going to play personality test. I'm going to let you choose. How well do you know the current events of 2021? Or tell us your turnoffs, and we'll let you know if you're good at dating. Which one do you want to do first?
You know what? Let's do the current events. Well, nearly current events first, and then we'll do the dating one second. We'll wrap that up as we head toward Valentine's Day.
Excellent. Okay, and you got the links I sent you, so you got those? Should be right there in your... Hello.
Yes, I do. Well, it's an interesting way that the app has shown them to me.
Gotcha,
how do I get to my chat? I feel like a Luddite. All right, here we go. How well do you know current events?
All right. Looks like it's a 20-question thing.
Goofy on the picture there.
Since this is a quiz, we're going to go head-to-head with each other.
Yeah.
Okay? We're going to take turns reading the questions and the answers, but don't give me your answer until after.
All right.
Okay? So, I'll read the first one whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, awesome. Which favorite celebrity couple got back together? Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth, Bill and Melinda Gates, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, Jennifer Gardner and Ben Affleck. So make your choice, and then when we're both ready, we'll give our answers.
I have a different quiz.
What?
My first question was, what famous body of water was blocked?
How dare they?
I know. Read.
Hold on. The next one was about the Olympics. Oh, it's not in order. Unless it's just random.
Yeah, it might be just random. Well, mine, I just went back in. Which famous body of water was blocked in March?
Let's see. If I begin quiz, now mine's which film won Best Picture at the Oscars? I'm just going to keep refreshing until I get what you got.
Right. Well, that's what I'm. Oh, if you're doing that, then I'll stop.
See, now I'm stuck on which film. If I click this and I reset, maybe it'll reset after I do it. Oh, what the hell? All right, let me try this. Hold on. I'm gonna get rid of that. We're gonna figure this out. If not, then we'll just fucking move on.
Yeah.
Man, this website was going so well.
And see, now it's so consistent.
Now I'm stuck on which film won Best Picture at the Oscars.
Interesting.
Huh. Let me try again. I closed it. If I reopen it, what if I refresh first? And then I click begin. Yep, nope, still stuck on the Oscar one.
Let me see if I open it in a different browser. What happens?
This is what I love about our show, man. We don't plan ahead. We just fucking go.
No, I still got what body of water?
Oh, what the fuck, man? Okay, let me try this. I'm gonna try one more thing. If this doesn't work, then we'll just move on to the personality quiz. Let's see. If I click on this and I click begin, nope. See, it's still the fucking Oscar. All right, we're gonna move on.
Yep.
We're gonna move on. Fucking way to go, Zimbio. Way to fuck it up. All right. Let's go with, tell us your turnoffs, and we'll let you know if you're good at dating. And then we can roll into Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So let me know when you're ready.
Pulling it up now. Is bad breath a deal breaker for you?
That's what I got.
Okay.
Actually, I think that's just a random question. Really, I think it's like choose your worst turnoffs. So, I think that we'll do this one together so we can give our opinions and stuff like that. So choose your worst turnoff, Joe. Littering, bad spelling, being super competitive.
Oh, I have a different question here too.
We may got a different question there too.
I got which turns you off: English, math, science, or history? Wait,
but
it's all on one page. So let me see if I can find the one that you're on. Here we go. All right.
All right, so I'm going to go from top to bottom. You scroll through.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, well, I just refreshed.
Gotcha. I'm going to go with littering.
Okay, well, now I got to fucking find it. Because I fucking refreshed. Oh, God.
This website let us down, finally.
Right, we're doing so well. Okay, let me find it. Okay, so which one did you go with?
I went with littering.
Okay. I'm gonna go with super competitive. I'm fine with a little competitiveness. I don't want to be super competitive.
That's fair.
Okay. I don't know, pick one, I'll look for it.
Well, I'll just go to my first one. Which turns you off? English, math, science, or history?
Mm-hmm. Well, while I look for mine, go ahead and say yours.
Yeah. Man, this one's hard for me because I like all of these things. English? I'm going to go with English. It's just a shame because English it's so beautiful.
Gotcha.
But I love when a gal knows history, though.
Gotcha. I'm going to go with math. I hated math my entire life. That'll never change. Yeah. You don't need to put letters in that shit. All right. Which turns you off? Heights, bugs, traffic, or James Corden? Well,
sorry, James Corden.
Yeah, that's an option here. I'm gonna go heights. Certain heights do terrify me, so I don't want to find somebody who let's go bungee jumping, skydiving, ziplining. That's not my thing. As much as traffic is appalling, I prefer more country roads than anything, so traffic isn't really a thing unless you're stuck behind a tractor. So I'm going to go with heights.
Yeah. I'm going to go, God, it's so tempting to choose James Corden, but I'm going to go bugs. I feel like there's enough danger to heights that it could maybe do something for me. And I can think about the number of times I've been turned on just being in the car because I assume because of the vibration of the vehicle. But if I'm mid coitus and a bug lands on me, coitus is over. I'm jumping away and I'm freaking out probably. I'm not going to be able to make it.
What kind of bug though? Does it depend on the bug? Like if a fly comes around, a roach?
You know what? I guess if it were a fly, I could probably ignore it. But if it's like a roach or a moth or a butterfly or a spider and it just fell on me or landed on me, I'd be done. I'd lose it. I can't do this.
What's the absolute worst? It has to be like a moth, right?
Yeah.
Moth's got to be like the worst.
Yeah. Ugh. I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine it happening, but if a cockroach were to land on me, I think I would die.
Oh, God. What about like a centipede?
Yeah, I would hate that too. Or a millipede.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
You're going after it and then an earwig crawls out of her ear.
God. Or any other orifice.
The relationship would be over. That'd be it.
It's like, listen, I'd do anything for love, but I won't do that.
I won't do that.
R.I.P. Meatloaf.
All right. Choose the worst turnoff. When they're clingy, when they can't take a compliment, when they're closed off. Oh, I'm picking closed off.
Okay. When they're closed off? Over clingy and can't take a compliment?
Yeah. I can live with can't take a compliment, and I can live with like being clingy.
Yeah.
But when someone won't tell me what's going on, it sucks. I hate that. Like, I can tell you have a problem. Your body language is telling me that there's a problem. So fucking tell me what's going on, because I can't. I just don't like it. It pisses me off.
Gotcha. Well, this is why I feel the opposite you do, and I guess it's actually I found it helps my relationships when I'm in it more than it hurts. So yeah, everyone who knows me knows I'm a real honest person. Like like no shit, straightforward. This is my life. Yep. This is how I live it. So when I go into relationships with people, and we had these conversations about like I just want to make sure we communicate and we talk and we don't play games and blah 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 blah. I'm on board 100%. But they need to understand that if I say, hey, what's wrong? And they say nothing, and I know it's not nothing, I move on.
Yeah.
I won't sit there and play the game of, oh, no, tell me, I know something's wrong. If they sit there and say, nothing, I'm fine, I'm going to fucking move on as if you're fine, because it's a game at that point to where how many times am I going to ask before you finally tell me? And that's bullshit. It's petty and it's weird. So if you choose to be closed off, hey, that's your prerogative. It'll be annoying. But the one that bothers me the most, I think, would be the compliment one. Like if I tell somebody, like, wow, you look amazing, then they're going to be like, well, you're just saying that. No, I feel fat. What are you talking about? I've worn this before. You never told me anything. You never said that before. Or, no, wait, you like my hair like this? You don't like it the way it was before? Shit like that annoys me. It's the game stuff. The stuff that they do to try to get a rise out of you or to start an argument. That's the stuff that bothers me. Yeah, I'm okay with clingy. I guess I'm okay with clingy. Obviously, like some space to be nice, but I'm a cuddler. I like kind of sitting on the couch, curled up, watching movies, falling asleep together. I'm good with clinging. Yeah. I think in a way, like the right amount of clingy shows how much they really care.
Right. Well, and I feel like sometimes people will be like, they have different definitions of clingy. And I feel like a lot of people's definition of clingy is just my definition of being friends with my wife. Mm-hmm. You know? And I'm just like, if you're going to spend your life with somebody, you got to be friends with them.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. That's why, like, usually when I go out and everything, like, like, hey, come with us. I'm going to go meet Colin. Come have a drink with us. If they say no, it's fine. I'm asking once. It's not going to be a begging game. That's the thing. Games do not work for Travis. Mm-hmm. Pick the worst turnoff. Only talking about one topic, having no sense of humor, or smoking. Well, I'm a smoker, so I have no problem with smoking. One topic, I'm going to go with the only talk about one topic. Sense of humor, I'm a funny person. They don't need to be funny. I'm fine with it. As long as they don't try to do that weird fucking funny where they say something and no one gets it, and then they get a little awkward because no one laughed and they feel uncomfortable. It is what it is. I'm going to go with only one topic. I would like somebody to kind of like have more to talk about than just like one thing, whether it be clothes or hair. Like I don't want to talk about one fucking thing. You need a plethora of things to discuss. So one topic.
That's fair. I'm going to go with no sense of humor. I like being the funny one, but I need someone who also thinks I'm funny. I can't be the only one in the relationship who thinks I'm funny.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing when it comes to humor. And I think I've said this before. I've told people at work this, and I've said this to many people. I will always be the guy. Wait, what do you mean stand by? What? Where are you going?
Yeah, you got to stand by your own joke, your own humor.
Oh, no, not that. No, not
whatever
that.
You're saying.
Yeah. I'm always going to be the one that laughs at somebody's joke. As long as it's not weirdly offensive or horrible.
Right.
If they're saying something to try to get some kind of small laugh at it, I will always be the person to give a quick snicker or a laugh or a chuckle. Because I don't want them to feel awkward by trying to be funny without being funny, and people are acknowledging that it's not funny.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody says something that totally misses the mark, I'll throw it out. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Something like that. Just so they feel a little bit good about themselves. Yeah. And I feel like I'm a good person for that.
Yeah. I agree. That's important. But I feel like my sense of humor is such a weird balancing act. Mm-hmm. The things that I find funny just sometimes make no sense logically. So I really appreciate that. I'll say something sometimes, and my wife will look at me and she'll go, "You are the funniest human being I know." but that was really stupid. I just love it.
Well, that's the thing.
I'm
Like,
really happy.
well, and that's the thing too. Is like I don't. There's a certain person in both our lives that we are both connected to. I don't want to name names because I don't want to fucking single them out.
I don't want to hear about it later.
Yeah, but there was somebody
or says it on his podcast.
Oh no, they don't have a podcast.
Okay.
No, they don't have a podcast.
Okay.
No,
sorry. All right.
no, it's not Sarge. No,
that's what I assumed it was.
Yeah, no. This is a person we're both related to.
Oh, okay, all right.
You have been related to them longer than me.
Okay.
Even though I probably lived with them longer than you.
All right.
Without giving it away.
All right.
Sometimes, when they enjoy an evening out, and they enjoy a couple cans of the generic Blue Mountains, if you will.
Yep.
That's not Coors.
No.
It's
a latte.
It's a latte, yeah. 2 presidents were named after this beverage. Sometimes there's a joke or a quip that is thrown out that nobody gets.
Yeah.
But me, being the good person I am, I'll throw out a chuckle to make it less weird, less awkward. To quote Letterkenny, less awkward, bud.
Yep.
Wish you weren't so fucking awkward, bud. Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I feel like I'm a good person for that. People need a boyfriend like that. These fucking monsters don't know that.
Yep.
But all right. I think you're next.
Yeah. Which turns you off? Sunny weather, rainy weather, or neither of those weathers? I'm going with neither. I like sunny weather and I like rainy weather for different reasons.
I got you. I'm gonna go with sunny weather, just because in my mind I'm thinking heat and I sweat a lot.
That's fair. That's a good point.
Especially being in Illinois, I think humidity does get a little bit high. If it's a nice spring breeze and the sun's out but a little bit cloudy, hey, I'm golden. But if it's a sunny day, no wind, summer and shit, I'm just like, oh god, they want to have a picnic. Ugh! That would be my turn off.
Yeah.
Rainy weather, I'm okay because we can either play in the fucking rain like a bunch of little children, or we can sit inside and watch a book while it rains outside.
Yep.
Definitely turned on about the rain.
Yeah.
Which turnoff is the worst? Bad kissers, excessive PDA, being judgmental about what you eat. I'm going to go with excessive PDA. I'm okay with a kiss here and there, a hug, a handhold, maybe a slap on the butt. But I don't need to be making out with somebody in public, and I don't need them fucking straddling me. If they want to sit on my lap if we're at a bar, hey, I'm cool with that. I don't need them straddling me like we're about to fucking go to town on each other, on the fucking beer garden patio and shit like that. So I think a little PDA is fine. It shows intimacy and how much you care about somebody, but it doesn't need to be excessive and a little fucking awkward.
Yeah. This one's tough for me. I don't know if I have a good answer to this one. I think I'll just go with excessive PDA also. Sometimes I like some excessive PDA, but every once in a while it's like, nah, that's not appropriate for this venue.
There's a timing and a place for certain excessive amount of PDA. If we're in a strip club, hey, fucking excess it up. If we're at church, outside of hand holding, we probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what the thing is? Being judgmental about what I eat, I'm totally okay with that because my last girlfriend was judgmental about what I ate, but I asked her to because I was trying to commit to my diet.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like there's part of me that's like, I'm judgmental enough about what I eat. I don't need you to be judgmental too.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's whatever. My wife and I have vastly different diets, so it just, it's whatever.
I gotcha.
It's my turn. Sorry. I'm sitting here just waiting, sipping my coffee. which turn-off could you handle? Not liking animals, only talking about themselves, or eating with their mouth open? Ooh, could I handle? Oh, I think only talking about themselves. You know what? There are times I wish my wife would talk about herself more.
So she spends more like, hey, how was your day? What did you do?
Yeah. Yeah, and when she talks about things that she's got going on, it's usually when she talks with her mom or her grandparents. And then she'll be like, I told you about that. And I'm like, no, you didn't. You told your mom about it.
I'm going to go with eating with their mouth open. I have no problem with people talking about themselves. I don't particularly like talking about myself because in my mind, it's like whenever my dad calls me, it's like, what have you been up to? And I have to tell him the same thing. Work, home, sleep, chores, stuff like that.
Right.
I live a really boring life, so I don't really have much. I guess after a while you kind of start telling your own stories, but if I'm with somebody, I always have the fascination of what they're doing in their lives.
Yeah, right.
So, and who knows, they may feel the same way about them. It's I don't like talking, maybe they prefer, if I talk to them about my life because they feel the same way about theirs, they're boring, blah, blah, whatever. So, I don't care if they talk about themselves, but yeah, chewing with their mouth open it's just too much. I know what I'm eating. I don't need to watch you eat it too.
Yeah. Oh, this is what could you handle? What could you put up with?
Oh, talking about yourself then, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Could handle.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. It was a weird question. Yeah, that's
gotcha.
why I'm like, I don't think I can stand the sound of it, of someone chewing with their mouth open is can't tolerate it. And I like animals too much. I couldn't be with somebody who didn't like animals.
Yeah. All right, I can handle them talking about themselves. I'm happy with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Which turns you off? Horror movies, comedies, romances, comic book movies. Definitely horror movies. Fucking hate them. Absolutely fucking hate them. I think I could watch one if they absolutely want to, as long as they realize I'm a bitch. But other than that, yeah, no, I love comedies. I like comic book movies. Romances I could get with. Horror movies is no Annabelle. No fucking Annabelle.
I love all of these. This is a challenge for me. Out of the ones listed, I guess probably romances. I feel like most romances are so sad.
Right, like The Notebook?
Yeah. Or P.S. I Love You.
Geely?
Geely?
Yeah. Geely.
I think I know that one.
Yeah, I think it's that Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez shitbox movie.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Punch Drunk Love.
Punch Drunk Love. Oh. The whole movie is one giant turnoff. Which turns you off the most? Homework, running a mile, or the dentist? That's running a mile for me. I just ran a mile. You want me to perform? Come on.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna say both with you. I just shoveled my fucking porch and I got exhausted. Right. So just the porch, nothing else. I went out, shoveled the porch, tried to start the electric start on the snowblower. I'm like, whew, tired. That's why I'm like. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, it's you.
I would just say I'm thinking about the other ones. Like homework reminds me of being in school, and in school was when I was the horniest, just all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's something about dental hygienists that it's a woman in scrubs.
Yeah.
You know, so going to the dentist, doesn't bother me.
I love the dentist. Now I will say this: homework would be a turnoff if I'm 32 years old and my girlfriend comes up to me, "Hey, I can't come out tonight. I got to finish up my homework." Yeah, that'll be turned off. That'd be a huge turnoff. I'd have to go take a break in my fucking life somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, unless he was like working on a master's or a PhD or something.
Okay,
all right.
Yeah, but if they're like, "Oh, I'm stuck in Saturday school." Well,
right. I got to do my Algebra 2 homework. I'd be like, send me another picture of your ID, please.
Hey, you know what? I always wondered, how come you think colleges never had like Saturday schools or detentions?
I don't know. Oh, probably because I think the biggest reason is that you're an adult, and adults have more rights than kids.
I mean, you could be suspended from school. You could be expelled from school.
Yeah, but there's no detentions or whatever.
Right? Well, you think there would be, you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to figure out why. I want to look into that. I want to look into why there's no, like, detention or statute. I mean, all it is just saying, hey, listen, you have to come in and do some extra work because you're being punished because you disrupted the class. I mean, they could kick you out of classes and shit like that.
Right.
I mean, I guess they got, like, probations and shit like that, but even then, like, you know, it's like, hey, Mark, stay after class. You know, it's like, well, why the fuck not?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like anytime I've ever needed to stay after class for something, like I've never had to do it for punishment reasons in college.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I don't know.
We're going to look into it. We're going to find out. Answers will be made. Whose turn?
I don't remember.
I'll go. That's fine.
Okay.
Pick the worst turnoff. Workaholics, giving mixed signals, or flaking out on plans. Flaking out on plans. One of my biggest problems I've had in relationships is I'm canceling at last minute without any fucking reason. It seems like they're fucking hiding something, and it puts my mind in a state of what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
I'm fine if friends want to cancel plans. Hey, it is what it is. If a date has to be canceled at last minute for a reason, I'm fine. But if you're in a relationship with somebody and they say, oh, hey, I can't make it out tonight, like, oh, shit, is everything okay? Yeah, I just can't make it. It's like, well, why? Like, I mean, I'm sorry. Like, if this is a relationship, then, you know, blowing off your boyfriend is a big no-no. Especially if this is a new relationship, you should probably try to figure out, like, hey, maybe I shouldn't flake out on the guy I'm trying to get to know. So.
Yeah. I'm torn. I agree with you there. But I also don't like mixed signals. I like things to be clear.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's a challenge for me. But we're not going to make it to mixed signals if you're flaking out on plans, though.
True.
So I'm going I'm flaking out.
Flaking out.
Flaking out. Choose a turnoff you would hate. Constant talking, ignorance, or bad driving. I actually like the talking.
Talking's good.
Man. I don't know that I mind ignorance because it's not like as long as you're open to learning, that's fine.
Did you learn that in Phantom Toll Booth?
What's that?
Did you learn that in the Phantom Toll Booth?
Yeah, right?
Right.
I hated Milo at the beginning, but I stuck with him, and he learned. It was great.
Right. Good man.
Yeah. I guess bad driving, because, like, I don't know. It's important to me to be, like, if I'm not driving, the driver has to be a good driver.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise we have to switch. I have to drive. It's my road. Like, you're just on it.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with bad driving too. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna drive. I prefer being the driver. I enjoy being the driver. But I know there are times where I've had a girlfriend like, oh, well, I could drive, or, you know, like, I want to drive, blah, blah. I was like, fine, whatever. Like when me and Jenna went on our road trip to Freakin, Michigan, we split it. She drove halfway, I drove the rest of the way, and stuff like that. There were times where, like, I was a little bit sketchy on her driving, just because she was a little bit too aggressive in the fucking lane changes and shit. So it gives me a sense of uncomfortableness where I have to sit there in the fucking passenger seat trying to slam a fucking brake, or holding on to the old shit handle, or wondering why I went through a half a pack of smokes in 3 miles. I can't do bad driving. You know, I'm precious fucking cargo. And the thing is, if you're gonna treat me like this, how are you gonna drive when we have a child and you have to have him or her in the car with you? It definitely will fucking throw me off.
Right.
I could deal with the constant talking. Communication's big. Ignorance, whatever. I can look past it. You know, if it's dumb, I don't have to really think too much about it. But yeah, when you put my life on the line because you drive poorly, that's where we're gonna start having some issues.
Yep.
Let me scroll up here. Which turns you off? Movie geeks, sports geeks, reality TV geeks, or gossip geeks? I'm gonna go gossip. I don't need to hear about other people's fucking lives.
I gotta go find it fast.
Yep. It's I mean, I'm fine with movies. I enjoy talking about movies. Sports, I'm okay with. I want somebody who's into sports. Reality TV, to a certain extent, like the more comedic ones, I'm fine with. But yeah, when it comes to gossiping and like, oh, did you hear what happened to so and so? It's like, I really don't give a fuck. If I cared enough, I'd look into it myself.
Yeah.
So,
I guess I'm not really bothered by any geeks. I guess gossip. I like the gossip though sometimes. Maybe I'll go reality TV geeks. I could not care less about what happened on Real Housewives because I don't know. They wrote Real Housewives on the front. You wrote the word real, so I know it's fake. You know, nothing could matter less to me.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I'll go with. I'll scroll back up here to the pick an awful turnoff. Being selfish, excessive pet names, lacking ambition. Oh man. Excessive pet names for me. It used to be lacking ambition, but now that I'm older and I see young people out there calling each other whatever they're calling each other, I'm just like, just use your names or like just a generic whatever.
I'm gonna go ambition. I think that if you just go into a relationship and start to settle from the very beginning without driving to do something more, I think it's just gonna lag. I think relationships gonna become stale, standstill, repetitive, the same old, same old.
That's true.
I'm a big supporter of the dual income household.
Yep.
I don't think I had ever dated anyone who wants to be a stay-at-home mom, unless like Sherry and Alan. I understand. Alan makes really good money to support all of them, and if Sherry went out into the workforce, basically her paycheck would be paying for daycare. Her daycare is beyond expensive, but
yeah, it's crazy.
I want someone to have the ambition to be better, to do better, and so we can mutually earn money to make a better life for all of us. So, but if somebody walks in and is like, oh, I'm fine being, a waitress at a diner, which is nothing wrong with it. I have nothing against diner waitresses and stuff like that. But like if they were I'm fine working my 10 hours a week and shit like that here and there in the middle of the day. I was like, nah, I was like, you gotta do fucking more.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Which turnoff is the worst? When someone isn't into the relationship, when they're constantly fishing for compliments, or bad breath. I've actually ended a relationship because a girl had bad breath. It was rough. But I think the turnoff that's the absolute worst is if someone isn't into the relationship. Like, don't be with me if you don't want to be with me. I'd rather you be upfront and say, listen, this isn't working out. I just don't feel the way I thought it did about you. It needs to end. I'd rather honesty than being lied to and just being like, this fucking going on longer than it should have.
Yeah. Gosh. I'm going to go with bad breath. I hear you. I feel like, depending on what the situation is, if somebody's not into the relationship, that's fine. Mm-hmm. As long as we're like clear about what's going on, I can live with it. But bad breath is like can't do it. You gotta go brush your teeth or chew a stick of gum real fast.
So, hold on. So if your wife walked up to you after eating like fucking like garlic sardines, looked you right in the face and said, I don't love you, I'm just marrying you for the benefits, you'll be like, oh God, well because of that breath we're over.
Well, I guess it says turn off, so I guess I don't know what turn off means here. I'm assuming sexually.
Okay. Well, I'm
And
using.
so I guess like if we've agreed to have sex, but they're not super into it, that's fine because the agreement was not that you would be super into it.
Okay. See,
You
I'm
know?
looking at. I'm
but like
looking
bad
at.
breath, I'm like, can't do it. That's done.
See, when I see turn-offs, I think of the relationship as a whole.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's how I'm looking. Okay, so well, at least now we know what direction. So you're fine with no one giving a shit about you as long as you get laid. But if they're breathing into your mouth,
yeah, like if that's the agreement, that's fine.
Gotcha.
If they're breathing into my nose, really.
So if your wife walks up to you after eating some garlic sardines and said, "Listen, I don't really love you. I'm just marrying you for the benefits," and she's breathing that shit into your eyes, your whole thing is like, "Well, we gonna have sex?" Yeah, all right, let's throw it down and flip it around then. Fuck it. Oh.
No, I'm saying like, you know, if we're laying in bed,
Joe, I get it. I just wanted to say throw it down and flip it around.
Oh, gotcha.
I totally got what I just wanted to say some shit.
I like it. I appreciate that.
Your turn, buddy. What you got?
Gotta scroll all the way back up. There's
just like so you know,
there's only one question I missed.
Just so you know, that's the name of this episode.
Throw it down and flip it around?
Throw it down and flip it around. The art of lovemaking.
Which turnoff is the most unbearable? Poor taste in footwear, flirting with and checking out other people, or talking about your relationship's future on the first date? For me, I think it would be talking about your relationship's future on the first date. I appreciate talking about the future. I like that. I'm not generally opposed to it, but like on the first date, we're just trying to get to know each other. I don't need to know like our whole layout plan at this point in my life.
Gotcha. I'm going with flirting with and checking out other people. I am a jealous person at heart. It's not like a jealous rage thing. It's just kind of like, okay, well, you're out with me, whatever. I'm actually the type of person that likes talking about the relationship future on a first date. Because I need to know what their plan is. I go into relationships for marriage, for family, for a future. That's fair. I don't want to waste my time or theirs if we're not expecting the same thing. Right. I think a lot of that actually does stem from, like, you already know that shit, like, from online dating. Like, you're already talking to the people. Like, you already get an idea of what they're looking for. But I guess first dates, if you meet somebody like a friend sets you up.
Yeah.
You know, one of the first things we do talk about is what are you looking for in a relationship? You know, what are you looking for right now? Are you looking for something long term? You're looking for something just to have a fling with? Because then I will tell them what my intentions are. And if they're not okay with it, hey, at least we can have a nice meal. It was nice meeting them. Who knows? The friendship could blossom, and that's it. But by the end of my first date, they will know what my intentions are because I don't want to waste my time or theirs.
That's fair. I feel like that's something that I would want to, if I were, and I've been out of the dating pool for a long time. Like
a decade.
Mm-hmm. It's been, we started dating 12 years ago. Yeah. So it's been a long time. But I feel like if I were to get back into the dating pool at all, a lot of these discussions would happen before we got to the date. And so, you know, so I don't know. Maybe it would be different now. I'm thinking all the way back to when I first, like, to the last time I dated. And it was like, I was dating to get to know people, not to lock it down for the rest of my life.
To throw it down and flip it around.
Yep.
Yeah, true. Pick the worst turnoff. Never calling and texting back, not listening, or a constant flexing on social media. I'm going to go with never calling and texting back. Again, biggest thing in relationships I think is key. The number one thing is communication. Obviously, you know, if you can sit there and you can text me, you know, back and forth, and all of a sudden you just automatically stop. Either something's wrong or you, like, in my first mind, I was like, well, what the fuck, why can't I text that? Because in my mind, I think, like, hey, I'm about to go into something, I'll text you back later. Something to say, hey, I'll get back to you later. But if you don't even get that and it just cuts off immediately, your mind goes to the absolute worst. Well, fuck, are they hurt? Like, did I say something wrong and they're offended? Like, so, like, the biggest thing is, like, if you can at least end the conversation in a, hey, let me call you back. Hey, I'll get back to you in a minute. Hey, I'm about to do something. Let me give you a call back or text back, whatever. Fine. But there has to be communication. So I'm going to go with never calling and texting back.
Yeah. That was my knee jerk. But the more I've sat here and thought about it, not listening. It is so important to me to be heard in a relationship that, like, I'm with you. If someone's not texting me back or not calling or whatever, I start to worry and I start to assume the worst almost immediately. But I also feel like just if we're just talking and I say something, I need to be heard. I need to be understood. And I'm even doing it right now. I'm explaining and over explaining what the issue is because I need people to understand what it is. So I'm gonna say not listening. Oh, nope. I pressed the wrong one. It won't let me change it. So we're never calling and texting back.
Subconsciously, you knew.
Yep. Yep. This one's a hard one. Which turns you off, driving or flying? Neither of these bother me. I like both of these things. So I guess I'll do driving because I think that flying can be so much more romantic. For my romantic's heart.
I'm going to go with flying because it goes all the way back to the whole I prefer to be in charge of my commute. Yeah. And I'm not a huge fan of turbulence. And I'm going to assume that if I fall from a great height that eventually I would die. So I'm going to go with flying because the thought of death is more consistent.
That's fair. Also, I feel like the seats are a lot less comfortable for you than they are for me.
Oh yeah. Well, unless you want a Southwest and you get the Fat Pass.
Ooh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah, you could. So the thing is, like, if you go onto a Southwest flight and it's not fully booked, you can walk up to the lady and say, "Hey, listen, I'm a little overweight. Is there any way I get a second, seat?" Now you could buy 2 seats ahead of time, pay for 2 seats, use the 2 seats, and then get a hold of Southwest and they'll reimburse you. Or you could try your luck and say, "Hey, listen, I am a little overweight for 1 seat. Is there any way I get 2?" And they will give you 2 seats. Not only that, they will allow you to get onto the plane first.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Now, granted, you pretty much have to accept the fact that you're going to be looked at like the fat guy. But if you're flying with somebody, like, for example, me, Mom, and Carl were going out to Arizona, and we're flying Southwest. It was a later flight, so it wasn't fully booked. So I asked the lady, "Hey, I know you guys kind of do that program, the overweight program for the obese, where they give you 2 seats if it's not a full flight." And she's like, "That's correct." I was like, "So is this a full flight? Is there any way I get to 2 seats?" And she said, "Oh yeah, absolutely not. No, the flight's not booked fully." So she gave me, I gave her my ticket. She did some whatever. She gave me my ticket back plus some additional fucking slip of paper. And she's like, "Cool. So you're going to be going on first after, the disabled and the military vets and blah, blah, blah." So my mom was able to go with me first. So we're able to get our own seats and then obviously save the seats next to us for Carl because obviously he had to get on his own. I can't bring one guest.
Right.
But the cool thing about it was they keep track of it. So on your flight home, you get the same perk.
Nice.
As long as it's not fully booked. So
that's awesome.
It is pretty cool. But the only thing is you can't sit in the emergency line, the aisle, so you can't be a helper. And then so if you just get that, you get the extra seatbelt extension, shit like that. Oh, it's heaven. I went on a trip when I went for Trans Chicago. I had to go to I think Florida for some kind of summit meeting, and one of the girls from the other offices was flying back on the same flight as me. And I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just use the fucking obese perk, and then you just get on with me." And then so we had the 3 seats, and we just watched movies and shit together the entire trip. It was wonderful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And now I'm hoping one day I get to the point where I don't need that, but until then, fuck it.
Yeah.
Choose the worst turnoffs. We might have to get through this a little bit more quick. I think we got like 10 more questions. We're at an hour on the show, so.
Oh, gotcha.
Choose the worst turnoffs. Constant bragging, white lies, insulting someone for taking pleasure in something. I'm gonna go with insulting people. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Don't insult them.
Yeah. I also think I am very passionate about other people being passionate about things.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to insult people, and I don't want you to insult me. So.
Yeah. Lying is a huge turnoff too, but white lies I'm okay with. But the big lies,
that's fine. Yeah.
Fuck no. Yeah.
Which turnoff bothers you the least? Being cocky, poor hygiene, when they only pay attention to their phone on dates. Bothers you the least? Being cocky. Be confident. Slay, queen.
Bothers me the least. I pay attention to their phone. I'm gonna go with being cocky. Yeah. I mean, clean yourself up a little bit. Focus on me on the date.
Yeah.
Those are some big things. I actually went on a date where we stayed at her. I went to go pick her up from her parents' house. The fucking power went out, so we were stuck in her house on her farm and shit. And she's been the whole time fucking looking at her phone. I'm like, should I just fucking leave? Like, I'm fucking. I'm just like, this is stupid. Which is the worst? Loud chewing, long fingernails, not having an opinion on anything. Not having an opinion on anything. I don't care about fingernails. I don't care about loud chewing. But if I ask you about something, you're just like, I don't know. I don't really care about. It's like, fucking have a passion for something. Like, just give me something other than, I don't know. Who cares? Big deal. Shit like that. Because I do that enough for myself.
Yeah, I'm really bad about that. My wife and I were just talking about this recently, about how, I feel very strongly about the things I feel strongly about, and everything else, I could give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. This is another one. Which turnoff bothers you the least? Bad pickup lines, never apologizing, or constant complaining? Constant complaining, I think. At a certain point, if there's a problem, you just got to fix it. By all means, vent, but
yeah, bothers me the least. Apologizing. I tell people that they apologize too much to begin with.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with. I mean, obviously, the big ones. The thing is, to say you're sorry, it's either if you're either apologizing because you did something and like small that you feel really guilty about, like you broke something in my house.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Accidents happen. Let's fucking move on. If you cheat on me, your apology means dick to me anyways.
Right.
So
if she cheats, it's over. No exceptions.
Exactly. Yes. I don't need to hear your, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's like, okay, either you're apologizing because you fucked up royally and your apology means dick, or you fucking broke a glass in my fucking sink and now I gotta get the glass out there. Either way. Yeah. Pick the most unbearable turnoff. When they can't understand sarcasm, never pay for anything, aggression. I'm gonna go with aggression. I'm not much of a fucking fighter in relationships. I'd rather just talk things out. So aggression is really unbearable for me.
Yeah, same. Which turnoff is the worst? When they overstay their welcome, jealousy, or curse words? I guess overstay their welcome. I don't know. None of these are really that bother me.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with jealousy out of these three because I swear I'm fine with them swearing. Overstaying the welcome. I mean, if I'm in a relationship with them, I want them to stay anyways.
Right. Yeah.
I think there's a healthy amount of jealousy. I think there is.
Right.
The excessive, who the fuck you with? What the fuck you doing? Bullshit you're with, Joe. Shit like that. Them calling my friends hey, is Travis really with you? Stuff like that. I think there's a line that you just don't cross. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which turns you off? Big Bang Theory, Family Guy, CSI, or Seinfeld? I'm gonna go CSI. Out of the four, it's my least favorite. So.
Gosh. I'm going to pick Seinfeld for the same reason.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I know it's one of your favorites. But
It's so good. It's so fucking good. Well, yeah, because I want to see the ending. I want a new ending.
Yeah. Sorry, my page reloaded and I lost all my answers.
Oh, bud.
So now I got to figure out where I was.
I'll tell you what. I'll read off the remaining because we only got like 5 left,
Okay.
and then we'll just kind of go from there.
Sounds good.
All right. Which turnoff wouldn't be that bad? Being a bad tipper, interrupting constantly, being pessimistic. I'm gonna go bad tipper on my end just because I'm big on like, hey, if we're going out, I'm gonna pay, so I don't expect them to really care about tipping. Interrupting constantly, I don't care. Fucking talk. You can talk more than I'll be fine. I'll talk very little, so you can talk more. Pessimistic, I mean, like, I'm always big on, hoping for the best, expecting the worst. So,
Yeah.
I can't sit there and judge somebody on being pessimistic if I'm too pessimistic.
Right. Yeah, I think same. This bothers me the least. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think being pessimistic for me is the thing that would bother me the least. Because I'm also a little pessimistic. I'm the same. Plan for the best, expect the worst.
Mm-hmm.
That's the right amount of pessimism, and I am happy with that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm hopeful things are gonna turn out, but you gotta plan in case they don't.
Yeah.
Pick the worst turnoff. Too much perfume / cologne. Constant indecisiveness. Discussing exes. Discussing exes. I'm fine with perfume, cologne. I think if you smell pretty, I'm okay with it. A little too much is what it is. Constant indecisiveness. 9 times out of 10, if they just say, "Oh, I don't know what to eat," you decide. I'll just fucking decide. Normally, it ends up being tacos, anyways.
Yeah.
But I don't give a shit about your fucking exes. I don't need to hear about them. And if you're bringing them up, you're bringing them up for some kind of petty reason that I'm not ready to fucking deal with.
Yeah, I think I would go with what was the second one again?
Constant indecisiveness.
Yeah. Make up your damn mind. even if make up your mind is I want you to decide for me, that's fine. We can do that.
Yeah.
But, don't just waffle until we're out of time to decide things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which turns you off? Hot showers or cold showers? Cold showers because of shrinkage.
Yeah. Same. Also, I've had a cold shower and it's the worst thing I've ever experienced.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I can't do it. Now, I don't want that scolding hellfire fucking water that fucking women use.
Oh, same.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell they do that. That's why I never fucking like showering with my girlfriends, because I fucking go in there and it's like they're fucking boiling me. Like, how do you fucking survive in here?
Right? Yeah, you get like first-degree burns.
Yeah. Pick the worst turn up. Now, I will say, it does open up their pores, and I think a lot of my girlfriends have probably had like the cleanest fucking skin I've ever had to see in my life. So I will give them credit for that, but goddamn, it fucking hurts. Like, that's why, like, even if I did shower with my girlfriends, like, I would stand on the opposite end of the shower head. Hey, listen, you can fucking have all the fucking water. Go for it. You monsters. Until it became my time for me to fucking lather off, and it's like, pain is not a turn on for me. And they know that now. Pick the worst turn off. Undressing, having no boundaries, being rude to a waiter. I'm going to go rude to a waiter. Have respect for the people that deal with your food.
Yep. Although I do think if you're rude to the waiter, you probably also have no boundaries.
Ooh, true. That's true. Which turns you off? Politics, religion, neither. Politics.
Yeah, I think the same for me.
Cool. Yeah, that's all mine. So if you want to wrap yours up real quick.
I think I got all mine too.
Cool.
What just happened?
I think it probably sent you to your results automatically.
Oh, there it is. Hold on.
It sent me to my results automatically.
It brought up a video.
Oh, good for you.
Let me exit out of the video. Now we're good.
So I got so I am great at dating.
Wow.
So mine says you're great at dating. You're amazing at dating. You're great at first impressions, and you're always oh my god, the fucking verbiage. I gotta read it exactly how it's fucking written, okay?
Yeah.
You're great at first impressions, and you're always your polite and charming self.
Gotcha.
You're always your polite. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I don't fucking know. Most importantly, you can hold a conversation. You ask plenty of questions and engage in what the other person is saying. If you're still single, let's just say you probably won't be for long. You're everyone's dream date.
Nice. I got the exact opposite. You're bad at dating, which, fair enough. I have no practice. Sorry you're bad at dating. Womp womp. But that's okay, because you can totally learn how to be better. Try to stay engaged in the conversation. Ask questions and don't talk about yourself unless asked. You're surely a great person, but you need to make sure your dating habits get that across. This is my favorite part right here. There's also life as a nun or priest, so...
Oh. Well, you're married, Joe, so who cares about fucking dating for you?
Right, that's kind of how I feel about it.
Right? If I got that one, I'd probably fucking just be sad the rest of the day.
I think it's hilarious. I love it.
What are you freaking thinking about, Joe?
What am I freaking thinking about? I've been rewatching Gravity Falls on Disney Plus. Fantastic little 2-season cartoon. One of the best that's ever been made. Yeah. And highly recommend it. It's about 2 kids. They're staying with their great uncle for the summer, and they get into shenanigans. The place they're at is there's lots of like cryptids and stuff, and a lot of mysteries, and it's just a wonderful show. And it's great children's horror. And I think that children's horror is the best horror, because if you give kids something awful to deal with and they learn how to deal with it from watching the show, then when they have to face things in real life, it's not as bad. So I love it. It's really, really a great, charming, wonderful show. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's great. So what about you? What are you freaking thinking about?
Just actually spent a lot of time dealing with fucking work. Just this constant fear of a strike that's going to happen and how it's going to dictate like my life for a while. Mm-hmm. Being a contractor, working in a union environment, obviously if they do go on strike, I have to fucking pick up the slack and fill some roles and stuff. And even though the pay is going to be great, the time off and the opportunity to relax is going to be very slim. So just trying to prep for that, getting the house in order and everything, just in case it does happen. I gotta accept the fact that for an extended period of time, it's gonna get up for work, go to work, come home from work, go to bed. Get up for work, go to work, come home from work, go to bed. Stuff like that. But luckily, my sister and my mom are willing to kind of help out with shit, and even offer to make me meals and stuff to take to work.
Nice.
So, yeah. So just dealing with that, and obviously the snowmageddon that's been going on.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I think the snow just finally stopped here. Oh, nope, never mind. Still going.
Yep. There might be someone who comes by later today to plow my driveway for me, so that'll be a plus. Hey, Joe.
Yes.
Every week our listeners can catch Cartoon Joe here on This Freakin' Show. But, of course, if an hour a week of Cartoon Joe just isn't enough for our listeners, where can they go?
If you need more Cartoon Joe, you can find me over at the Geekcast Live podcast at violentpress.com. You can also find us on Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, and Twitter by searching Geekcast Live. And just a quick little plug, tonight is the recording of our first episode for Season 9. So our new season starts this Saturday.
Oh, it's a little bit delayed, isn't it?
A little bit.
Well, you have to prep. You gotta get ready for the big intro to nearly a decade of podcasting.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Guys,
make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter just by searching This Freakin' Show. And if you're a creator yourself of movies, books, games, or cosplay, and you want to come on the show and talk to us about your creations and your story, you can reach out to us at thisfreakinshow@yahoo.com or message us on Facebook at This Freakin' Show. Our show drops when we do release them on every podcast platform. Just search This Freakin' Show on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, Stitcher, Player FM, or wherever you find your podcasts, and I'm sure we'll pop up. Leave us a review, a subscription, or whatever. Let us know you're out there and you're listening to us and you appreciate what we do here. That's all I got, guys. So, as always, I am Travesty.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And thank you for listening to another episode of This Freakin' Show. I'm out.